go.
Still mad about how The Last Jedi turned out? Well, these 13 things probably won't help to calm that unforgiving rage. However, listening to these juicy tidbits is a fine subversion to skulking around on your own private island while slurping green titty milk out of a baby bottle. Number 13. After reading the script for the film, Mark Hamill told writer-director Rian Johnson, "I pretty much fundamentally disagree with every choice you've made for this character. Now, having said that, I have gotten it off my chest. And my job now is to take what you've created and to do my best to realize your vision. Holly!" Despite the ultimately divisive response among fans following the film's release, Hamill later said in a statement that he had maintained respect for Johnson as well as Episode 7 and Episode 9 director J.J. Abrams.
Number 12. After first completing the arduous 600-foot climb on Ireland's Skellig Michael Island, Mark Hamill had hoped that he could avoid having to repeat the trek for additional scenes if he could somehow remain on the summit overnight, thus forfeiting the luxury of room service at his hotel. He suggested sleeping in a tent and staying in character. However, after some inquiries were made with the Irish authorities, he was told by producer Kathleen Kennedy that he was not permitted to pitch a tent because the location is protected by UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Number 11. Although Disney decided not to use George Lucas's story outlines for episodes 7, 8, and 9 after the purchase of his company, a couple of Lucas's ideas surfaced in this film, including Luke Skywalker living as a recluse and training a female Jedi.
Number 10. Carrie Fisher was a well-known writer whose services were often called upon to act as script doctor for other films. She later began declining such assignments when producers would solicit her story ideas, then hire someone else to actually change the script and use Fisher's ideas without paying her. However, Rian Johnson revealed that Fisher helped with the writing of the script for this film.
Number 9. When filming, Laura Dern said "pew" every time she shot her blaster. Although not audible, one such instance even made it into the finished film. It can be noticed in the close-up shot when Holdo was stunning her opponents, at around 1 hour, 30 minutes, and 10 seconds into the film.
Number 8. Daisy Ridley took her father to the set in Ireland, where the ending scene of The Force Awakens was about to be recreated. When her father met Mark Hamill, he asked him, "Who do you play then?" Ridley admitted that she was not sure if her father was joking.
Number 7. According to director Rian Johnson, the porgs were the result of puffins being native to Skellig Michael, the island where the Octo scenes were filmed. They were unable to move them as they are a protected species, and it would have been too time-consuming and expensive to edit them out of the shots. So Rian decided to create a new indigenous species and simply CGI over the puffins.
Number 6. Kelly Marie Tran did not tell anyone she was doing the movie and lied that she was doing an indie film in Canada. At one point, she got some maple syrup to bring back to her parents so they would believe she was actually in Canada.
Number 5. According to stunt coordinator Liang Yang, the lightsaber movements Daisy Ridley performed usually take 3 days to learn. However, Ridley was able to learn them in only 1.5 hours.
Number 4. Larry Kasdan initially wrote a story outline for the film, but was called away to work on The Force Awakens when problems arose with that film's initial script. When Rian Johnson signed on as director, he requested to be allowed to scrap Kasdan's story and write his own script from scratch, to which the producers consented as Kasdan's outline no longer matched up with the finished storyline on the previous film.
Number 3. The best advice Rian Johnson received from the editors of The Force Awakens was, in every single scene, shoot a cutaway of BB-8 and you'll never regret it.
Number 2. In the brief moment that you can see Luke's robotic hand, if you look towards the bottom near the wrist, you can see the formation of a blaster hole. This is the mark that was left there from when Luke was shot in the hand while on Jabba's sail barge during Return of the Jedi.
Number 1. Ewan McGregor expressed his interest to reprise his role as Obi-Wan Kenobi for this film. Rian Johnson wanted to include him, but could not find a place in the story to naturally insert the character. And those are the 13 things that you probably didn't know about The Last Jedi.